I researched for months before I wound up buying one, and all the reviews I read were good. Looking at the pictures, it looked quality, from what you can tell from a picture. But I had a little bit of hesitation, but at the end of the day, I'm glad I made the choice. I'm Mark Reynolds. I'm here in Magnolia, Arkansas, and I have a portable line boring business that I'm starting up, and I've been a machinist for 15 years, and I just bought my line boring machine last year. I've done 6 or 8 jobs so far, and I got several lined up now and looking to expand, I hope. Well, I got to thinking, what's there a need for around here? And talked to a couple of friends of mine, and this is kind of what I decided on, I guess I would say. And there's been a decent need. It's not right now, I wouldn't say it's a full-time job, but it keeps me busy on the weekends and in the evenings. I did quite a bit of research. I checked with Climax, I checked with York, and then one day MMS just popped up, S-Power, and it's like, let's try them. And I Google searched S-Power because I had never heard of them, and here I am. And like I say, y'all look like it looked like they had a good machine, and it's like you're a third of the price of a York or a Climax or anything else. Give it a whirl. I didn't really see a big difference or anything else.
How much of an influence was the cost of, say, our price versus something that's 5 or 6 times more expensive for someone who's just getting into the business?
Very, very, it was very influential. Like I say, I was just starting out and said, do I spend this much money or that I can afford to do and I can pay, maybe not cash, but I can pay it out in a reasonable amount of time, and they do financing, so that was a good thing. Or do I go to the bank and say, hey, look, I'm looking at a business venture, and go spend that much money plus 10 or 12% interest on a loan? It was like, that's a no-brainer. So, like I say, the cost was a very big game changer. There was a little bit of a concern, but $20,000 or $30,000, I was willing to take that chance.
And on that chance that you took, how's it working out for you so far?
I've been very well pleased and very happy. I bought my machine, and within 3 days, a friend of mine called and said, hey, you want to try out your line boring machine? Yeah, might as well give it a shot. So, I've learned, stick around your gravel plants, your heavy equipment. Whoever's running equipment, that's where your jobs are going to be. The learning curve, after about the second, probably the second, halfway into the third job, it was just, hey, this is the way you got to do it. I mean, it was pretty simple. You basically got a kit ready to go, measure around your bosses, and make sure you're square with your bucket, and go on. And like I say, it was pretty easy to use. My favorite part is the remote, being able to be on this side of the machine and the motor's on the other side, and being able to hit it and watch your tool come through. If you got a problem, stop it, back it out, do whatever you got to do. Rapid adjust right there on your remote. That is very handy. You're not having to swap sides of the machine or swap sides of a bucket or whatever, run back and forth all the time. That makes it very, very nice. On the welding side also, if you got problems, slag builds up on your nozzle, stop it, back it out, and go on. The S-Power has a induction motor instead of a brushed motor, where your Climax, your Yorks, all of them, they basically run a drill motor that's brushed. And that was one of the main complaints on them is the motor going out. The only problem that I really had was the adapter to go from my wire feeder box to the Euro style. That was the only problem. I got the old one sent back, and They sent me a new one, and it was here within 2 or 3 days, and that was it. It was very nice to be able to call somebody and say, hey, look, this adapter's wrong. And they said, okay, we know, we've had a few cases, you've got an older wire feeder. We've got this, we're working on the problem. And like I say, within a few days of them getting the problem solved on their end and getting the correct part, it was at my house. And like I say, I got an email, and 2 days it was here. And I ordered the 3-bar kit, and within 2 days it was here. So it was nice to be able to just get on there, order it, and it's here. So other places, it just kind of depends on what it is, really. Some places take weeks, some places take days, some people take months, you know, to get parts replaced and out for warranty or whatever the case may be. But it was quite nice to be able to just call up and say, hey, I got this going on, and somebody was there to answer the question.
As far as your customers, how have they responded to the work that you've returned to them and how it's working for them?
They've been quite happy. I hadn't had any complaints. They've actually spread my name around for other people so that I get more business.